By virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Mthobisi Mngomezulu, SRC member, to read the university dedication.
At this time of celebration, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in a spirit of freedom and responsibility and through consultation and debate. To those of you who will graduate today, we wish you courage, wisdom, and purpose. To those who will leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and of learning and of the university.
We are delighted to invite violinist Tessa Campbell to perform at today's ceremony as we settle down in our seats. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The vibrant South African College of Music is a jewel in the crown of the university and at the forefront of music making in South Africa and internationally. The procession as we were coming in was led by Sky Gladler and Black Roots Marimbas who are preparing for their Sounds of Mukwa tour to Mozambique in August. And the national anthem was accompanied on the organ by Alexios Vikatos. I said in the morning that he's doing a master's degree in crystallography in chemistry. Just amazed. He's not doing music, he's doing chemistry, a master's degree, right? And pianist Kevin Kim, who has performed with orchestras around South Africa and who also graduated last week, accompanied violinist Tessa Campbell with a piece, Chrysler, called Tambourine Chinois. Congratulations and thank you so much for blessing us with your music. Thank you. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, parents, families of graduates, step-parents, and anyone else who helped pay UCT fees or gave a monthly stipend to our graduates, friends, partners, and lovers of graduates. There may also be students in the hall who are hoping to graduate soon, and people who came to this ceremony to watch, because like me, you are graduation junkies. Good evening, sanbonani thobela. Dames and here goeie and molweni, and welcome to this graduation ceremony. Graduation is one of the most memorable events in anybody's life. It comes at the end of a long journey of hard work and balancing competing demands, trying tests and exam papers, and too many nights of staying up late to finish sometimes impossible assignments. This ceremony represents your ability to overcome the many challenges that came your way during the past few years whilst you were studying here at UCT. Some of you may have had to help support family, financially, emotionally, or both while studying. Some of you might have had to take up part-time jobs to support yourselves through your studies. You are all heroes to me, and I applaud your strength and tenacity. So I hope you feel joyous tonight. It may be a quiet kind of joy, perhaps a tired kind of joy, or a shouting out loud kind of joy, whatever kind of joy it is. I hope each of you finds genuine pleasure and satisfaction in your accomplishment. Who can forget the feeling of graduating, the feeling that at last the world is yours and the suffering is over, perhaps only for a while, if you're planning to study further. Well, whether you decide to study further or not, the confidence that comes with the achievement that a university degree represents will be there for you to draw on when you need it. So the importance of this graduation ceremony cannot be underestimated. So ladies and gentlemen, you have every right to feel elated tonight. Tonight, of course, is even more special because we have an honorary graduate. And so, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to request the orator to present the honorary graduate.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the award of the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa, Justice Jennifer Yvonne Mokgoro. In 1994, President Mandela appointed 11 judges of the newly created Constitutional Court of South Africa. 2 of these judges were women. One of them was Yvonne Mokoro, only 44 years old at the time. At the inauguration ceremony of the court held on 14 February 1995, President Mandela said, "Today I rise not as an accused, but on behalf of the people of South Africa, to inaugurate a court South Africa has never had, a court on which hinges the future of our democracy." These words must have filled the relatively young Mokgoro with trepidation, given the enormity of the task ahead. But these words must also have left an indelible impression on her. From 1995 to 2009, Justice Mokgoro served on the Constitutional Court with distinction, taking part in and authoring some of the most groundbreaking judgments in comparative constitutional law. These judgments are still widely read and quoted by academics across the world and have also inspired courts throughout the African continent and the rest of the world. Indeed, one could argue that South Africa's young constitutional democracy might not have survived the challenges to the rule of law we have experienced in the last few years had the first constitutional court not established the firm foundation for democracy which President Mandela spoke about. Justice Mokgoro took up a seat on the court in 1994 with a unique life experience, an experience that is truly inspiring. A second child born to a domestic worker and a railway worker, she grew up in Galeshewe, Kimberley. After matriculating in 1970, she studied nursing and worked as a nurse assistant before picking up another job as a salesperson and later as an administrative clerk in the Ministry of Justice, Bophuthatswana, and then as a maintenance officer and public prosecutor, respectively. She became interested in the study of law after meeting with Robert Sobukwe, obtaining a B. Juris and 2 LLMs from the universities of Bophuthatswana and the University of Pennsylvania between 1982 and 1990. She was called to the academia in 1984, rising through the ranks from lecturer to associate professor at the universities of Bophuthatswana, of the Western Cape, of Pretoria by 1994. This rich life experience and work experience played and has continued to play a critical role in Justice Mokgoro's legal philosophy, approach to adjudication, and personal character. In addition to stressing her sharp intellect and wisdom, Justice Abby Sachs, retired, often speaks fondly of her humanness, empathy, and care, which he has argued served as the glue that held the first court together. Justice Kate O'Regan, also retired, describes her as a person of great integrity with a manifest commitment to the values of our Constitution, who is warm and kind to all whom she meets, and a great inspiration to young people. Particularly evident in the judgments Justice Mokgoro wrote for the court is her clear and distinct commitment to social justice and upholding the rights of the marginalized and vulnerable. In one case, for instance, she held that the government could not exclude permanent residents from social grants simply on account of their nationality. In another, she held that a bank could not repossess and sell the property of its debtors without a court order. In yet another case, she held that a person's home could not be sold for purposes of executing a judgment debt without a court order. Towering as Justice Mokgoro's contribution has been to constitutional jurisprudence, she has also played a leading role as a law reformer in South Africa since 1994. She was a member of the South African Law Reform Commission from 1995 to 2011, serving as its chairperson between 1999 and 2011. Charged with the enormous task of transforming the legal landscape in the light of the Constitution, the Commission was responsible for the unprecedented amount of lawmaking that took place between 1994 and 2021, when Justice Mokgoro was a member and its chair. Vice-Chancellor, the weight of judicial office has never weighed Justice Mokgoro down or prevented her from engaging with society outside the courtroom. On the contrary, it has only enabled her to do so with added vigor and enthusiasm. Justice Mokgoro has given public lectures at many universities in South Africa, Europe, and America, and served on the boards of leading civil society organizations, international, African, local, and local, some of which she shared. For her exceptional contribution to constitutionalism, comparative constitutional law, human rights, and social justice, Justice Mokgoro has received 8 honorary doctorates from 2 leading American universities and 6 South African universities, at least 10 other honors and awards, and has been appointed honorary professor by 6 South African universities, including by UCT. In closing, Vice-Chancellor, there is a saying among lawyers that says, once a judge, always a judge. Although Justice Mokgoro retired in 2009, she took up an appointment as a judge of the Appeal Court of Lesotho in 2015 and of the Supreme Court of Namibia in 2016, positions which she still holds to date. Through these positions, she has continued to shape the course of constitutionalism on the continent, inspiring judges, lawyers, scholars, and students across the continent and beyond. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the award of the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Justice Jennifer Yvonne Mokoro.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, it's now a great honor and privilege for me to invite my sister, mentor, Mokgoro, Justice Mokgoro, to deliver the speech for the graduates tonight.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, all academics here today, and staff, graduands, parents and families, good evening. Please allow me to address our graduands briefly, because I've been given 10 minutes to do that, and I'll try, on making the Constitution work for all of us. And allow me to start by reading verbatim the preamble of the Constitution, and I quote, "We, the people of South Africa, recognize the injustices of the past, honor those who suffered for justice and freedom in our land, respect those who have worked to build and develop our country, and believe that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, united in our diversity. We therefore, through our freely elected representatives, adopt this Constitution as the supreme law of the Republic, so as to heal the divisions of the past and establish a society based on democratic values, social justice, and fundamental human rights. Lay the foundation for a democratic and open society in which government is based on the will of the people and every citizen is equally protected by the law. Improve the quality of life of all citizens and free their potential and the potential of each person, and build a united and democratic South Africa, able to take its rightful place as a sovereign state in the family of nations." And then it concludes, "May God protect our people. Nkosi, sikelele Afrika. Morena, boloka setjhaba sa heso. God seën South Africa. God bless South Africa. Mudzimo, fatutseza Afrika." And finally, Hosi katikeka Afrika. Now, of course, this constitutional framework, viewed as a negotiated political settlement when it was put in place, was for us the one great victory after centuries of struggle against colonialism and the injustices of the system of apartheid by successive generations. With the adoption of this constitution, those of our generation had achieved a critical milestone in the struggle for equality and justice for all in our land. The reality of this milestone achievement had, however, just begun. I will be the first to highlight the efficacy of the fiercely independent and strong constitutional institutions we have managed to put in place by creating them and by building them. Our constitutionalism thrives largely on the independence of our judiciary and the equal independence of judges who take their oath of judicial office seriously, and consistently adjudicate without fear, without favor, and without prejudice. Other than the Chapter 9 institutions who continue to promote a culture of human rights as envisioned in our Constitution, a strong and dedicated media makes use of their enjoyment of freedom of expression and freedom of the media. However, and regrettably so, the effective implementation of our Constitution, after more than 20 years of constitutionalism, might become another phase of the struggle for equality and justice. What were the almost indelible effect of the injustices of the past which continue to impact our daily lives? We continue to struggle to right or to get right the relationship between quality education and training, the free flow of information, and the concomitant enhancement of opportunities for all on the one hand, and the eradication of abject and debilitating poverty on the other. We struggle with that. And as a result, we continue to be haunted by social injustices which cut deep. And unless addressed with the necessary sincerity, with the necessary courage and commitment, with the necessary understanding and unity of purpose, it is likely to implode, and we might never realize the society which our Constitution envisions in the preamble that I've just read out, where the Constitution provides justice for all. And that, for me, is an imperative that we must all continue to strive for, regardless of the challenges. Otherwise, decades of struggle, which have in the past few days been so well typified in the picture painted of the life and times of Winnie Nomzamo, Madikizela Mandela, and in a way, Solomon Kalushi Mahlangu. If that is not done, all those struggles will count for nothing. Whereas those of my generation truly believe that they have put in place a basic constitutional framework which, with warts and all, provide us with an enabling environment that can make real not only the substantive rights in the context of their constitutional limitations, but also with the basic values of freedom, equality, human dignity, the rule of law, and so forth. Values which should enhance our understanding of the need for all of us to make a contribution towards that common purpose. Now, with all that, the scene, I think, is therefore set for you to take the baton and advance the constitutional project much further than we could ever do, ensuring that the constitutional promise becomes real in the lives of all people and not only for those who are empowered and therefore are an empowered few. With the innocence of your generation in regard to one of the greatest crimes against humanity, you stand a much better chance of achieving the necessary social cohesion to pursue a common purpose. Now, whichever way you might choose to define your struggles in the context of your experience of the Constitution, it would, I think, be foolhardy for you to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Our Constitution provides a solid basis for ensuring that those who still bear the brunt of human indignity, including poverty, inequality, racism, and all forms of violence, and those who are homeless and landless are beneficiaries and can find real redress, as the Constitution once more envisions. You have the right and you have the freedom to be most critical of that constitutional project and or the extent of our ineffective efforts to implement it. But strictly speaking, you have a duty. You have a duty to be critical. You have a duty to be critical of the Constitution, and don't believe anybody who says you have no right to criticize the Constitution. However, if you don't do that, or because if you don't do that, we run the risk of rendering stagnant and or even derailing the social justice aims of our Constitution. But then, in your critical analysis of the Constitution, it would not be unreasonable to take issue with you if you question the fact of the constitutional project itself. It would not be unreasonable to take issue with you if you question or even judge the continued relevance of our Constitution as the basic law for our democracy today. And I say that because if you do that, it would amount to you judging the efforts of my generation in the context of your reality, and it cannot be. In particular, we hope that you will place great value and reliance on the basic constitutional values so that they continue to inform the rights and responsibilities we all have to ensure that the Constitution works for all of us. Now, as you begin a new chapter in your legal career, having acquired new knowledge and new skills, practice your trade with an open mind. You will realize that the law, when skillfully utilized, is a powerful tool to bring about the necessary transformation in our society. And I say necessary because it is the imperative of the Constitution. You will agree with me that a most dedicated civil society in South Africa today has proven that notion over and over again. You only have to think of the outcome of the Esidimeni matter. But then again, when you apply your skills and you practice the law with an open heart, it will imbue you with the necessary sensitivity, creativity, and emotional intelligence. And it will enable you to empathize and make a meaningful difference in the legal reality and lives of the people you serve. Go out there. Enjoy the practice of the law. It will be difficult at first, but as soon as you get the hang of it, you will have a ball. I congratulate you heartily on your achievements. And I know you did this despite the plethora of challenges you all had to face during the recent #FeesMustFall struggles. Special thanks must go to your parents, as the Deputy Vice-Chancellor has already mentioned, considering the backgrounds from where we come, we understand what it takes to get you through this experience and get you to achieve at this level. Their support, I know, has been invaluable. But then, I would be remiss if, in addition, I do not express personal gratitude to your professors, to your lecturers. I think they played a very important role in where you are. And trust me, they too, with the recent experiences, did not find it easy. I know, I was part of it. I have to extend the same gratitude to the staff, which is normally known as the administrative staff. They too had a very important role to play. We know that sometimes they are the ones who we take our issues to. They are sometimes the first bastion of people that we encounter, particularly when you are a new student at a university. The UCT, the university, has made another significant addition to the skill base of South Africa. And I wish to congratulate you, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, and professors and staff. And then finally, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Justice. What a challenge for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to request you to join me in thanking Mosadi Kharekhabasadi, Imbogoto, Kawekazi, Justice Mokgoro. I feel like that talk should have been here with all the student leaders when we talk about constitution and the rule of law and all of that, and challenging the constitution. It feels, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, as if we need that kind of conversation with all the student structures in the university. But nevertheless, those of us who are here got it, and we can have that conversation another time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that even though there are more than 100 people wearing black tonight, this is not a funeral, it is a celebration. So I encourage you to ululate and say your praise poems for your loved ones as they walk the stage, because that's what we do as African people when we celebrate. Our praise songs, essentially, communicate who we are as a people. The rivers, the valleys, the mountains, and the animals we are associated with. What we stand for and how brave we are, how wise we are, how smart we are, and if you come from my family, they also communicate how beautiful you are. You're probably sitting there and wondering, but where do these praise poems come from? Who composes them? Well, they are composed by Imbongi, praise singers, who are not only composers, but they are also orators of poems of praise. One of the important roles of Imbongi, praise singers, is to offer critical commentary and narrative on the state of society through their Izibongo praises. Here to offer a poem of praise and umbongo in honor of graduands, their families and teachers, is artist and UCT music education graduate Nelly Swasambi Nkunyelwa, also known as Sange. She's a music teacher who's finishing her honors degree in music. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sange with the praise poem.
Wankuntsikelelo nontsikelelo. Hiwuthe mpumelelo Hayi makwethu nasincuba chopho. Nina ninxiba izivotho ezimbetshembetshe nezimabalabala. Naphuma izandla nathi nanxibisa nezizwe. Ewe nina nukumthombo mpompo zamanzi olwazi. Apho lonke ilizwe liqhamla khona. Nina nimabela abhonxileyo. Apho zonke zisana zinela khona. Uqhatso nihlala nolufiza njalo. Phambili ngemfundo phambili. Phambili ngemfundo phambili. Graduate mfundi graduator. Ndiwagawula ndiwarhuqa madoda. Okagabuka uhosha umuntu omlambo uthithika umsuthu umjobo unozinga. Uthiko loshe ephume enyantsula. Yosithi ndili yoko yoko ndinje nje. Uma ndili yoko yoko ma. Ndinje nje. Ndili yoko yoko ma. Ndili yoko yoko ndinje. Ndili yoko yoko yo. Ndinje nje. Hayibo ndili yoko yoko ma. Ndili yoko yoko ma. Ndili yoko yoko. Ibambe. Yeah! Halala halala halala.
Thank you, Sange. Thank you, Enkosi. Siyabulela nangomso. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, it is now my honor to request that you handle the presentation of graduating students tonight.
We now move to the part of the ceremony where we award degrees and certificates. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas specified to candidates who are recorded in the program as graduating in absentia. I shall now grant the diplomas and admit to the degrees specified the candidates who will be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the postgraduate diploma in law, in commercial law, Mitchell Runiararo Dari. In human rights law, Alejandra Carolina Pinacho Candelaria. In labor law, Mzu Vukile Malumbu. In tax law, Berlin, Marseille, Rousseau. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Amal Abrams. Beverly Nadia Abrams. Mohammed Riza Ahmed. Samia Ali. Jeffrey Charles Alsop. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Dalit Anstey. Tima Ochu Anwana. Chelsea Lee Aspling. Andrew Atier. Storm Barry. Nicholas Guy Bodenstein. Jane Frances Bowman. Mira Lily Menno Briel. Chuma Sizepiwe Bubu. Rose St. Julian Hilary Buckland. Namshla Mlibokazi Bula. Marika Renee Kalo. Reshma Shavda. Kennedy Makaria Chege. Tariro Chipato. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, magna cum laude, Eshed Hal Cohen. Tebogo Wilhelmina Dambuza. Ashley Jenna Dawson. Caroline Emma de Chastelain. Damien James de Klerk. Hannah Talia Delit. Pascal Despard. Nadia Kasim Dorat. Catherine Sarah Dix. Victoria Rose Drummond. Natasha Esther Dusabe. Rushni Fozia Ibrahim. Tamarin Michelle Eckert. Joshua Jean Extian. Andrea Engel. Frances Claire Everett. Kimberly Farmer. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, magna cum laude, Nicola Minna Bish Fish. Kirsten Alexandra Forshaw. Joshua Michael Friedman. Marzia Gertzer. Darshini Govender. Caitlin Nicole Gray. Kuda Kwashe Weredza. Akona Tuluwe. Dominique Peter Harris. Sarah Patricia Harris. Caitlin Megan Harvey. Nicola Ann Harvey. Melissa K. Hendrickse. Juliana Neela Yunus. Paul Robert John Hewitt. Camilla Hislop. Jamie Lee Jane Jackson. Tasneem Jacobs. Tanveer Rashid Jiwa. Dylan Luke Jeffries. Shiraz Carter. Leighton Katsidzira. Justine Katz. Chelsea Kristen Kelly. Asma Khalifa. Reach. Richa Sunil Kaur. Danica Krensky. Adrian Krieger. Cheryl Kunaka. Siposishle Sipiwe Kunene. Antonia Langley. Laura Ann Lindeque. Kristen Lombard. Maria Lowe. David Loy Lutrin. Lynn Chebe Lioba. Tato Hatsi Lebahong Makobedu. Jane Ross Mann. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Richard Cornelius Murray. Romy Jean Martin. Jessica Maynard. Joseph Jeremy Mason. Precious Mbali Mbunda. Michael Taylor McLagan. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, magna cum laude, Sapna Mayuri Mestri. Gabrielle Mayers. Mbali Msimang. Anilisiwe Msindo. Belinda Msungama. Melissa Mcholo. Nomkita Wendy Mbunjelwa. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Christopher Luke Myberg. Nomalanga Shirley Mzimela. Haren Naika. Sibongo Kushle Awande and Gobo. Lauren Nikek. Ayanda Hanslangshla Inkabendi. Bongiwe Nkabendi. Anele Ngongo. Fizile Abongile Ntiwa. Gift Niatsambo. Peter Martin Odwi. Shelley Carmen Orgill. Kelsey Amy Paleman. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, magna cum laude, Anna Charlotte Parry. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Mohammed Patel. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Alex Ann Patterson. Catherine Jane Shannon Paulser. James Michael Piet. Rebecca Lee Payne. Jamie Foray. Benjamin Alexander Prinsloo. Jesse Prinsloo. Ryan Duncan Prithviraj. Olivia Jordan Radford. Rizqa Rawood. Piers Kelsey Roshot. Natasha Lee Salant. Ruby Terguvan Sam Kapuchu. Nicole Sardella. Tegan Madge Schultz. Masejo Makono Saboka. Solange Dakama Sykesel. Lee Shax Novis. Mirren Myrie Elizabeth Sharp. Laurie Rachel Schoen. Caitlin Lauren Simon. Gabby Jade Slingers. Luto Sobuza. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, cum laude, Vivian Spies. Gabby Steiner. Carrie Christina Stewart. Richard Haythorne Thatcher. Amy Kate Thompson. Stefan van der Heever. Lisa van Niekerk. Jaishal Vasan. Cassandra Jane Verity. Alexandra Maxine Wayland. Keenan Shane Wheeler. Jacques Visser. Taryn Rose Williams. Julian Ryan Wilson. Lauren Kate Wrigley. Jonathan Andrew Yankelowitz. For the degree of Master of Laws in Commercial Law, Aziza Ahmed Al-Mamri. For the degree of Master of Laws in Commercial Law with distinction, Chanel Alice Mapumba Chilombo. Gwiti Prince Matibela. Mishak Katamba Mboya. Simon Muherwi Mutungi. For the degree of Master of Laws in Comparative Law in Africa, Sitembele Madala. For the degree of Master of Laws in Constitutional and Administrative Law, John Mayani Chuya. For the degree of Master of Laws in Intellectual Property Law, Moses Wanjukia Martini. Suzanne Gati Naita. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Law, Leona Temwa Makandiweri. Sabelo Kenneth Mweni. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Taxation, Ethel Graham Rhoda. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Trade Law, Aino Kandali Nangolo. For the degree of Master of Laws in Social Justice, Wandisa Pama. For the degree of Master of Laws in Commercial Law with Distinction, Na Ajikai Ajay. Mumtaz Alexander. Akira Amir. Alison Joy Basson. Esedi Chirwa. Kyron Paul Curtis. Shyster Dabella. Derusha Deliala Dehalu. Nureen Hassan. Christina Holubeva. Nelufefe Kene. Charissa Koch. Tato Kolisang. Alon Jonathan Korb. Katleho Maeko. Nosisa Phyllis Juliet Matsibula. Yolani and Damasi. Arthur Kungu Ndumu. Lawasi Ngwenya. Ashley Quinton Reese Parry. Chana Thompson. Vuyo Wetu Yozo. For the degree of Master of Laws in Dispute Resolution, Nashira Abrams. Happiness Werimeki Mchaki. For the degree of Master of Laws in Environmental Law, Frances Ann Farrer. Sandra Shepkowicz Soye. For the degree of Master of Laws in Intellectual Property Law, Mohammed Junaid Ibrahim Latif. Christine Weidinger. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Trade Law with distinction, Albert Borre. Rulof Stephanus Duplessis. Laura Cosmina Ionescu. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Trade Law with distinction, Jessica Janine Lewis. Yeah. Surendra Naidu. Sharon Sima Raston. For the degree of Master of Laws in Labor Law, Tercia Patricia Kasim. Mashlatse Innocent Malachi. Katindo Moale. Pelisa Ntikinka. Rosemary Smith. For the degree of Master of Laws in Private Law and Human Rights, Colleen Ray Christine Brankis. Linda Kushle and Tule. Anati Kunta Kinte Skulu. For the degree of Master of Laws in Private Law and Human Rights with distinction, Nicolaas Johannes Anthony van Locherenberg. We've got a chalk. Yes. Julian Waldman. For the degree of Master of Laws in Shipping Law, Lehan Goosen. Nomkita Mbele. Stanley Moroka Maropi. Banele Michael Kamkalala. Shadrach Mfana Futi Nkuta. Daniel Mandla Nayati. Nicholas Cade Smuts. For the degree of Master of Laws in Tax Law, Karen Ann Alexander. Kolani Oliphant. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Environmental Law, Sandiso Zidi. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Human Rights Law, Maren Buchan. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Commercial Law, for a thesis which shows that electronic commerce laws inadequately promote electronic signature use in electronic commerce in Lesotho and SADC, and that the law's non-compliance with internationally accepted legal principles of information and communications technology cause their ineffectiveness. Matsepo Regina Litsoanelo Kulishleli. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Law, for a thesis based on a comparative analysis of laws regulating sustainable use and trade in threatened species in South Africa and the USA, and which recommends strengthening South African law governing the use of and trade in such species. Teresa Rosetta Frans. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Law, for a thesis which reviews South Africa's climate change response by focusing on the clean development mechanisms of the Kyoto Protocol and the envisaged transition to the sustainable development mechanism of the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Leanne Steenkamp. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Public Law, for a security-focused thesis which empirically examines governance arrangements that have shaped socio-technical transition in the South African electricity sector. Melanie van der Merwe. Congratulations to the graduates. For those of you whose names I mispronounced, you can call me whatever you like. I apologize. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Professor Andrews. You did well. So one more huge round of applause for our fantastic graduates. Let's see. You've seen on display from the university several of the jewels and things, people and assets that we are so proud of, starting with the music school, through the graduates who are going to go out into professions, which is ultimately the first and fundamental purpose of the university, to prepare people for the country's needs, to service the law profession in this case and businesses, through to the people who've done master's degrees specializing in particular areas, and then the doctorates advancing research, which is the second core function of a university, to advance the envelope of new knowledge in the way that we've heard from our PhD graduates. You graduates join a worldwide community of some 170,000 alumni of the University of Cape Town, a body called the Convocation of the University, which has statutory function to preserve the continuity from the past to the future, to help govern the university through the election of councillors to the council of the university, elect the chancellor of the university, and give us feedback on how we are doing. For that to happen, we need to be able to communicate with you, to send us our quarterly newsletters, to send you electoral ballot sheets so that you can vote, and to hear from you how we're doing. You are our ambassadors out there. We will be judged as a university by the way that you are judged, and it will not just be through the performance of your technical skills and your knowledge, but through the values that you espouse, that we hope you've imbibed here at UCT in your time here. A commitment to social justice, a commitment to promoting greater equality and equity in the world, a commitment to uplifting those less fortunate than you. You constitute a tiny elite of people who have not only got into university, but got into the best university in the continent and one of the best in the world. And with that privilege comes responsibility to pay it back and to make an impact, to make a difference to the responsibility to change the world for the better. I've no doubt that you will want to express your appreciation to your loved ones in the audience who have supported you through these years of study, financially, emotionally, psychologically. And I invite you, graduates, to stand up and make eye contact with your loved ones in the audience, wave your scrolls, and shout your appreciation to them. And to get you to this place where you are, you certainly needed the support and the teaching of your faculty, of the professors and lecturers represented by the Platform Party. And I invite you to show your appreciation to them too. And from the University Executive, I want to add my thanks. The university is only as good as its brains trust. Our reputation depends on the quality of that teaching. And this has been, as the speaker said, a tough 3 years. And yet, in spite of that, not only have you delivered the teaching and learning and the exams, but also more research than has ever been produced in the past. And to do all of those things and engage scholarship, run the legal clinics, engage with opinion makers, with lawmakers. To do all of that is really a sign of an outstanding faculty, and we thank you for that all. And in addition to some 1,300 members of academic staff, we have another over 3,000 members of the administrative and professional and support staff. They are the people who, if you've been in residence, have been cooking for you and helping clean the residences and clean the university. The people who run the faculty office, the law faculty office in this case. People who run student affairs and financial aid, who run sports administration and societies, who run the HR department and marketing. All of that is required for the university to offer you as students the quality experience that you've had. And so I want you to show your appreciation to the professional and administrative staff too. It's enough speeches. It's time to celebrate. This is your day. Go out and do great things in the world. Congratulations.
It's been a wonderful occasion, hasn't it? It's been wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a day that we look forward to when we welcome students at orientation when they start their programs. We welcome them to UCT, but we get with them on the journey to this day. And so it pleases us to be here with you celebrating your wonderful achievement. It's not easy to get a UCT degree, and you got it. And it's wonderful. That's why we're so happy for you. But here's the thing. As you walk out of this hall with your degree, you have to know that your future is for you to shape. It is not fixed. In the same way, the world and country that we live in is more malleable than you think, and it's waiting for you to hammer it into shape. Now that you're equipped with the qualification that you've worked so hard for, I encourage you to go out there and make it useful. Remember that the certificate on its own doesn't mean much. It is what you do with it that matters. Getting access to knowledge these days is not a big problem. You can get access to knowledge, and it's important, but it is not sufficient. It's what you do with what you know that matters. So that certificate that you obtained here at UCT can be a blunt instrument if you do not use it. So go out there and take up the challenge to become leaders in your chosen fields. It will not be easy, because this constantly changing world of ours is not easy. So you will no doubt face insoluble problems, but it is the wish of all of us here on stage that you may encounter the unimaginable adventures that lie before you with verve and intelligence, with unfailing self-respect, with moral courage. After all, you are a UCT graduate. You are made to lead. So go out there and make our country, our continent, and our world a better place to live in. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I request that you remain standing to allow the procession to leave the hall. We invite graduates to join the procession as it leaves the hall and proceed to the bottom of the stairs for selfies, pictures, and so on with family and friends. And we invite the graduates and their families to the function. There's a function in Leslie Building with refreshments and so on. So come with your family and enjoy. We've been sitting here for 2 hours. It will be wonderful to have some refreshments in the Leslie Building. I request that you please stand for the Vice-Chancellor to dissolve the congregation.
By virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.